Well, there's a lot of exterior things that have changed. I mean, for a while we weren't even open for worship, and we had to cancel a lot of the things that are at the heart and soul, a lot of the kids stuff and the youth stuff. So in many ways, there's been some dramatic changes. And even now that we're back to Sunday worship and Thursday evening, as you can see, if you watch it, there's not that many people here. But they're spread out and they're safe, and there's a whole bunch of people that are watching us from their living rooms or wherever they are. And so in that sense, there's been some dramatic physical changes. On the other hand, the church is still the church. I've always believed and tried to say that the church is the people that come here. That really when you walk out the door after Thursday or Sunday, then you really become the church in the way you treat people and the way you care and the way you walk. And so in some ways, the church is still the church, and there's a spiritual dimension to it that's a little more intense because we have to hold on to what the mission is, and we can't hold on to numbers and how big or how small. And so the church is still the church, and it's about reaching out, and now more than ever, we need to reach out and just be kind and generous to those, especially who are going through a really, really tough time. There are times when, as a minister, you can become a little selfish, that the way you perform and the way things go on Sunday morning become more important than the people that are sitting there. And they always used to joke that whenever a baby cried and there was a lot of noise in church, that they would see that they would get the Don look, and then the vein right here. And I remember several weeks ago, a young couple brought their twins, and they were like 2 years old, and they were noisy from the time they came in the door, and then they had to take one of the kids out. And I said, I've never been so happy to hear a baby's cry, because instead of being in the way, it just made me realize how important that little cry is and how much I miss those little ones coming to church. I think it was you and Lenny that said, let's do a thought for the day for 3 or 4 weeks to keep people connected. That started in March. It's still going on today. And in that whole period, there's only been one day that we haven't had a thought for the day. And to me, it's an honor and a privilege. And I think my job description, if there is one, is simply to do my best to just keep folks connected during this time so that the church can come back together. It may never be exactly the same, but it could be it could be deeper, it could be richer. And I realize too that there's no way I could ever do this without the support of people like you. And I hesitate to name names because there's so many people that have come together to make sure that the church stays strong. And so many people that have not been here for 8 or 9 months, and yet they still support the church, pray for the church, care about the church. So it's been interesting. It's been humbling. But I feel a kind of spiritual strength and direction it's kind of fun to have, it really is.
On behalf of the Church Council and our entire congregation, we offer you our most heartfelt gratitude for keeping us together during these most difficult times. We just want you to know how much we truly appreciate you.
We are so thankful for all you do for us.
We love you, Pastor Don.
I don't know what we would do without you.
Thank you for all that you do for us.
Your commitment to our church amazes me every day.
Pastor Don, we love you.
Don, remember to wear your jacket when the weather is cold.
We love you and appreciate you so much.
Really appreciate everything you do for us. Keep on rocking.
I love your kindness, and I love this church, and it's wonderful. Most wonderful thing in my life.
Thank you, Pastor Don, for everything you do for us.
Thank you for being there for us and supporting us through this whole pandemic.
Your Christian brother, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Pastor Don, for all the great words.
Thank you, Pastor Don, for everything you do.
Thank you, Pastor Don, for giving joy.
Don, thank you for welcoming me into your family and into the family of this church. I love you.
Boss, thank you for the opportunity every day to be part of this amazing church.
You're a good man. We're blessed to have you.
And even though you put ketchup on your hot dog, still love you.
We really want to thank you, Pastor Don, for bringing light into our lives. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Don, for all of the laughs you give us.
Dawn, God bless you. Thank you.
I love your sermons. I love your stories. But most of all, Pastor Don, I love your kindness.
Pastor Don, in our church, you're the real Santa.
Thank you, Pastor Don. I love you. Thank you, Pastor Don.
We love you, Pastor Don. We appreciate all what you do.
I think of all the people that are part of our church, and I really want so much for you, for everybody to be safe, to be well, and not to be afraid to reach out. And if you need help and if you need any kind of assistance, please let us know. But I guess my biggest Christmas wish is that, and maybe just because of the pandemic, that at the very focus of our Christmas is going to be Jesus' birth and the spirit of rebirth. And just knowing that no matter how Christmas looks on the outside, that Christmas will come alive on the inside.